Welcome to the Untold Conversations, Raw and Real, the podcast where we go beyond the perfect picture into the stories that truly matter. I'm your host, Margarita Alex, life coach and public speaker. And today I'm so grateful to welcome my dearest paddle coach, Ángel Márquez, who is the director of the Tito Allemandi Academy here in Dubai. Ángel, amigo, welcome.
Thank you. Gracias,
Bienvenido.
Margarita. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, so today our conversation will mainly be about how paddle, which is a passion that you and me share, helps people with mental health, overcoming confidence, overcoming loneliness, finding community, and not only helping with physical strength, but also with emotional and psychological. Do you agree that that's correct?
I agree 100%, yes. But
So before we jump into the conversation of paddle, I would like for our listeners to understand a bit better about your journey. I know that you are from Venezuela.
Yes.
But can you tell me how was your route from Venezuela to here to Dubai?
Well, like you said, I was born in Venezuela, and I started as a tennis player since I was 4 years old. Okay, and then when I was 16, I played professional tennis until I was 16. Okay. When I turned 16, I moved to the US. My family moved to Spain, and that's where our paddle journey began. Because when we moved to Spain, everybody there played paddle, not like Venezuela.
So and Venezuela is more like a tennis.
Yes, paddle only started in Venezuela after COVID, like in many places around the world. Right. Before that, it was all tennis. Yes.
Right.
That's why growing up, I played all sports, but mainly tennis.
Okay. And why did you start tennis?
I started tennis in Venezuela. First of all, in Venezuela, everybody plays baseball. When you're a boy, everybody plays. That's our first sport in Venezuela, baseball. So when I was 4 years old, my father signed me up to a baseball academy. I really liked it. I was really good, apparently. That's what they tell me. I don't know. But yeah, everybody started out playing baseball. But then I found something that there is very few sports have, which is individual competition, which is what attracted me the most. Football, baseball, basketball, all these team sports. I wasn't as attracted to as an individual sport, and that's what caught me from tennis.
So you want competition? Fire,
one-to-one
combat. That's why I know that off camera we also spoke that you when you were in the US you also started practicing some boxing.
So yes,
that's
correct.
Where it comes from.
Yes, there is a lot of similarities between tennis and boxing. Obviously, number one because it's individual, one-on-one, and in tennis is one of the toughest sports because there is no coaching allowed. In boxing, after every round, you go to the corner, your coach tells you what to do. In paddle, when you do the changeovers, the coach is telling you what to do. Right? In tennis, there is no coaching allowed. So you're there on your own.
Wow, so you're left alone on the
exactly.
field. I have goosebumps now. Wow.
Every tennis match that we play, it's you against the other player. It's not there is no coaching, there is nobody guiding you, telling you what to do. You do that before the match and after the match.
Wow. So I think in that case, a paddle is a bit more easier, let's say, because you have your partner.
You have guidance, yes.
So at least you can discuss with your partner what kind of strategy, no?
Correct, exactly.
You're going to do on the other two.
That's it. Hit it to this one, hit it to the backhand, yes. And again, you have your coaches. Yeah. Every time you change over, as you can see when you watch live paddle, the coach is kind of trying to guide them and serving as a psychologist, first of all, trying to control the emotions of both players because one player wants to do this, the other player wants to do this. They both have different views about the game or the strategy that they should use. So the best coaches are the ones that can manage both of the players and make them come to an agreement on what they want to do on the court.
All right. That's very interesting. I mean, I'm not someone who's competing, definitely. I'm competing with myself. When I started paddle, I don't know if you know this story about me, that I had the ball trauma. Because when I was 11, when I moved to Spain, I was 11. And then the first day I got into school, I went into the, between the lessons we had this patio, like a half an hour gap to enjoy the patio, play the games. And
Recreo. In Venezuela, we call it recreo.
Recreo, yes. So I went out to this patio, and then the boys were playing football, and the ball went full speed into my head, and then I got dizzy and I lost consciousness.
Wow.
So after that, I did not play any sports in my life that there was a ball
that
involved.
That involved the ball, yes.
Volleyball, basketball, tennis, paddle, football, nothing. I always suffered. But then I was here in Dubai, and all of my girlfriends and friends were like, look, you are good in team playing. You are good managing your emotions, so you should come to Padel, because that's something that will help you, not only have fun, but also build a community.
Socialize.
And then I said, well, it's very difficult for me, because the moment I see the ball coming, I get frozen, I panic.
Yes.
So just for your information, it took me 6 classes, 1 hour, 6 classes, just to get used.
To get over the
for
ball
the ball to
coming at
come
you.
to me, and me not trying to hide like this.
Trying to go under the net.
So 6 hours just for that.
Wow.
And that's why still today, if I play with the guys like you, super powerful, sometimes I can freeze, but I think it's also my getting out of my comfort zone and overcoming my own fears, which is basically a very illogical, unnecessary fear that I have with this ball, because nobody was hitting me on purpose. It's not going to happen in my life, never again. It was just some trauma from the past that happened. And when I'm on the paddle court, I'm like, well, I just want to overcome this fear, because it doesn't make any sense and it doesn't bring anything to my life. So I just want to go over it and keep playing with stronger opponents and stronger players, right?
Exactly. Amazing.
So I assume that you must have trained so many people from all around the world, being a paddle coach.
From everywhere, yes.
Yes. So how do you see the difference when, what is the main reason that people come to play paddle?
The main reason, that is a really good question, and the answer is very simple. Padel has the shortest gap between beginner and the fun stage.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is, every sport, if you start any sport from zero, okay, it will take you a certain amount of time until you are good enough to have fun and to enjoy. Padel has the shortest gap.
Yes.
So that means within a couple of months, people are, playing games with their friends, joining competitions. Padel has the short. Any other sport, it takes a long time before you can actually have, without a coach, obviously.
Yeah.
With a coach, you can have fun anytime, but you with regular players, Padel is the shortest gap between beginning and fun.
Yes, I agree. Not for me. It took me 6 hours to just get to the ball, get used to the ball. But yeah, and so for the people that, because, we both know when you are on the court, you clearly see people who take lessons, private lessons from coaches, and those who don't. So from your experience, what type of people and what is the reason that people go and take private lessons, like I did with you, for example?
Well, again, there is many reasons. Main reasons, obviously, to get better, to beat the friends, or like you said, a lot of people, they take lessons without telling their friends. People don't know that they're taking lessons. We call it sneaky lessons, where you take a few lessons, and then next time you play with your friends, you beat them, and they're, oh no, I got better, but they're taking lessons.
Oh, so they're silent.
Of course, there is sneaky lessons.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's number one. People want to get better. They want to have a better fitness, and obviously one of the main reasons is the social aspect. The better you get, right, the more access you have to different things. When you are beginning, you can only enter these social or games with coach or whatever. The better you get, you can enter tournaments, you can enter leagues, you can enter many different things, and obviously you become, let's say, popular. People know that you're good, that you're a good player, so they invite you every day, all day, every hour to play and to join different things with them. So
Well, that happens to you.
No, No, that happens
not to me.
No, that happens.
No, that's not true. Actually, happens to me.
Perdona.
Excuse me.
I'm sure everybody is asking you to come play a lot. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. I agree. And I also agree with you that, I started Padel here in Dubai. And after a couple of months of doing my training, I was traveling to Europe. So then doesn't matter where I travel, either it's Spain or Singapore or the US or back to Ukraine, I always find, like, this is like the first thing that I put in my agenda. Like when I travel, I already start to either do with the apps, common apps that we use to share worldwide, or to some communities, Padel communities, to find my games, to find people. And then once I go there, I try to, maybe I will do like an Americana to figure out who is the good player. And then I come to them and I say, hey, would you like to play a game tomorrow?
Let's connect.
Or on the networking and the socializing, it's so powerful. And then you meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds that it's amazing how Padel is connecting people. Before it used to be Nokia connecting people. Now it's Padel connecting people worldwide, right? So also, I think depends on your vibe. What I find I think the mixed community is different. I would tell from a lady's perspective. We have in Dubai 2 different type of players, ladies players. The one who is like calm and chill and, we like to enjoy. And the other part is like the competitive,
super competitive, yes.
Strong, and sometimes what I find is that it's very similar to life, no?
Yes.
It depends on your mindset and how you want to put your way of seeing the world, and in this case, your game, right? That's where you have to go and look for your community, because the moment that sometimes you end up in these groups very competitive, I get so nervous that I really do a bad game because I'm used to be a bit more calm, and the only person who I am competing is with myself. I want to get better, but people who are extremely competitive, because they get anxious and nervous, they get me anxious and nervous, and I have this pressure, and then I'm doing a very bad result, and I end up not enjoying. So I think it's also very important to find people who in the same sport are mind-wise like you.
Exactly,
like
that they have not your same goals, but like your same objectives when you go to play. And also when you join some things, you should know, what's expected there. Like, for example, if you join a tournament, everybody will be competitive. If you join an Americano, most people, they come for fun. They come because, just to have a workout, because their friends come. It's a different type of setup when you join a tournament and when you join socials and Americanos and different things like this.
Interesting. And, I believe that your job as my job are very similar, because you are dealing with people every day and you are seeing them going through transformation because they want to have a better goal. They want to improve themselves, and somehow in Padel, you can still suffer. My suffering with bandeja, it's like, from my personal experiences, like I started to try bandeja, it didn't come. I got very frustrated. I decided to just leave it for a month. I did not train bandeja for a month. After a month, I came back. It got better. I got more excited. So I overcame that, frustration. So I think because our jobs are very similar, in the terms of dealing with people and leading them to their goals, how do you navigate this different mood, different emotions, which with the same client, but different days is a completely different vibe? So how do you navigate through that?
Number one, it's always have a smile. Right? People will come with whatever it is. I try to always have the same energy, the same smile, the same approach to every class, even though I know some days they might be having a tough day. Right? So I try personally to make these people feel that when they come, they will disconnect from whatever is happening through their life or whatever stage they're on. When they come to see me, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be fun. They're gonna learn. They're gonna be enjoying themselves. And we're gonna laugh. We're gonna have a good time. That would be my main goal.
Yeah, I agree. I always joke. I always joke on my sessions. It's like if I need to make them laugh. When you laugh, you relax.
Yes.
You have a good vibe, because, and I know it's also sometimes tough for us because we can also have a bad day, but we
Exactly.
still have to keep up, no?
That's it. There is no bad days when you do what we do. When you are in this kind of job,
Yeah.
you always have to have a good day for the people that come to see you. They don't want to come see you when you have a bad day.
Yes, and they come for paddle, but they come for you because how many coaches are there, and we still choose the person that we want.
That you have that connection with.
Yeah,
Yes.
and even within our club, there are different coaches, and I have to tell that sometimes depends on my mood or depends on my goal. I go and I choose a specific coach because each of you has a very particular vibe, Because for example, if I want to go super relaxed, just a bit more calm, chit chat, then I'm like, oh, maybe I should go to Vicky, because she's like a bit more fire. Because when I go to you, you are like this, like old trains, like, like you're going forward, come on, vamos, here, there. So it's a very nice vibe to if you want to push yourself. Like you're the kind of a person that I would put myself into your hands to just carry me, and even if I cannot, I will still do it because you are there for me, right?
Yes. I'll be there to try and push you.
So yeah, and a lot of times it's about mindset, right? So we always go through this sometimes frustrations and emotions in our lives. So I know you've changed so many countries and you did different sports, and right now you have a very interesting position where you not only coach people to do paddle, but you coach coaches and you travel abroad and you're trying to build something nice and big. So there is a path of life to this point, and I wanted to ask you what kind of mindset or what belief helped you to get to this success in your life?
Well, the kind of mindset that has helped me since I finished college and since I started working is that, obviously, number one, there are no shortcuts. Everything is gonna be through hard work and through dedication and through being responsible and to taking everything seriously. So that would be to start with. Then after that, there are some things. For example, if you have your own beliefs or your own way of doing things, and it fails, I'm okay with that. But what I don't do is to follow somebody else's beliefs or to do something because somebody else is doing it, because it works or whatever. Like, so I try to keep things under my own decisions and under my own things. If I fail, then I can live with that. That's okay for me. Like I have some tattoos that I did, and it's my own handwriting.
Oh, wow.
Like that. I'm that type of person.
All right. Then you'll share me later off camera. If you can, of course, if you can. Okay, that's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that also aligns with how I see, life and approach, because if you are truly connected to yourself, then you understand yourself, you are ready to take the responsibility, you take the results, the good ones, the only person to congratulate is yourself.
Yes.
You don't give credit for that to anyone else because it was your own choice. And if you fail, then it's, again, your responsibility. But then if we are honest with ourselves, we can get into better results.
Yes.
It's like when I started paddle, I had to be honest. I cannot see this ball coming. I am freezing. I'm dying. I want to go back to my car and drive somewhere else to take a tee. Yeah. And sometimes you see people on the court who are better than you, and you're like, okay, fine. In order to be there, I have to be honest with myself that I'm not there yet. I want to improve. I need to go. Something is hard. Something is not happening. How can I stop being frustrated, right? So a lot of times, even in our sessions, right, if something is not working, then I feel like the emotions can overcome you. Like
Yes.
they can overtake you. And what I found in my personal experience is that because paddle game doesn't matter if you play a set or if you play 15 minutes in Americano, if you play an entire game for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, you have a deadline in time.
Yes.
So you have a focus on the fact that you want to have a certain result in the game. And then it makes me think like, all right, so if I want to get into this result, I cannot let go my anger or my frustration or my emotions take over me, because then I will not get into my goal, and then this 1 hour will be a completely lost time, and instead of being happy and having fun, I will be angry.
Yes, and not only for you, for the other people also, So Padel is really difficult in that way, where if you're having a bad day, you sometimes you ruin not only your partner's day or your day, but the opponent's day also. So then it becomes really, I don't know, this different pressure or some extra pressure, because you don't want to disappoint everybody.
Yes, and the vibe, it can completely ruin the vibe. So I think Padel teaches all of us how to regulate our emotions in order to keep a nice vibe, because it's four of us always on the court, and also to help us to get into our goal. And I think that kind of skill, so many people are not aware about that kind of skill, but it actually helps you a lot in your life.
Correct.
Because you just copy paste that, our brain is like the muscle, you could clearly see, you go to the gym, that the muscle has the memory and the brain has the memory. So once we train that on the court to, focus and calm down and get into the goal, then we copy paste that in life. And that's why they say Padel improves people's life in so many things, but it's not about getting your legs and your right hand, in my case, stronger. But it also creates the skill of disconnecting and focusing on the goal. And as you said, like the way not everyone is able to manage and work in a team.
Yes.
And what I found is that so many people come into the court to let go, obviously, their emotions or their stressful day. And not all of them are able to play in a team.
No,
because
most of them, they play individually, yes.
Yes, it's not only your partner. It's the other two guys as well. And you have to monitor who is in what kind of mood. If someone is more stressed, if someone feels like doesn't care, the opponents can fight. You have to stay still. So there's like so many things involved.
So many different things, yes.
So yeah, I find that very interesting. And once you learn to navigate through that, I think it helps a lot in real life.
Yes. And probably one of the biggest lessons that not only Padel teaches you, but also tennis, is that there is always, I mean, sports in general, is that there is always one next point, there is always one next game, one next set, one next match, one next tournament, one next season. So like, if you don't have the ability to turn the page quickly, you fail. And of course, in life, it happens when you go through obstacles or whatever. If you're not able to switch the mood and turn the page quickly, you will not succeed.
Yeah, so it builds a lot of resilience. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. So because I definitely see, I've been playing for, let's say, a year and a half, but a bit more than a year, and I can see how all these improvements on the paddle court are helping me in my life, because I'm more focused, more organized, more connected to people, which I'm not sure if I can be more connected to people than I am, but I am. What is the best result that you've seen in your clients? Like the best result or the most, something that you want to point out?
In terms of the game, or in terms of like on court, off court?
Everything. What was anything that you would like to point out?
Well, the thing that makes me the most proud is when I see that people change their lives in that. For example, there is a lot of people, especially here in the UAE, that they never done any sports before. So they don't have this culture of not going to the gym, not going to run, not doing any sports. So through Padel, there is a lot of these people now that they become really into sports because it's something new for them. And now I've seen them, they sign up for like marathons, or they ask me if if we play football sometimes. They go into the sports world where, for example, for me, in my background in Venezuela, we play all sports. Then I went to the US, it's all about sports. But here in Dubai, there is a lot of people who never play sports, they never did anything. So for me, if I can somehow turn them into a sports junkie, then that makes me really proud. That I feel like I did my job. I like not only to paddle, not only to play paddle, but to make them love sports, as in general.
Well, that's a very beautiful impact. Yeah, because I think sports not only physical. We were talking off camera about this, that there is a lot of happiness hormones that are released when we are doing sports, and most of the time people forget about that. That if we don't do sports, we are missing something that can be easily achieved.
Yes.
And all this, our oxytocin and all the happiness hormones are so important for us. Sometimes you just do half an hour of running or training, exactly. And you're so happy after that. And what about the confidence? Do you think paddle has an impact on the confidence of the people?
Yes, but again, the number one sports to build your confidence would be the individual sports: tennis, boxing, golf. But obviously, paddle. It helps you build your confidence again, not only because you win the game or but because you are trying to figure things out, how to beat this team, how to improve my backhand, how to improve my bandeja. So this exercise that you have to do mentally all the time throughout the match, it helps you because you say to yourself, oh wow, I'm really thinking, I'm really trying to figure it out. So regardless of the result, you might lose, you might win, whatever, but you put in your effort and your mind into trying to figure it out. That's what gives you confidence to think that, okay, I can analyze anything, I can try and figure this out quickly.
Yeah, I agree. It's not only hitting the ball.
It's not only about hitting the ball.
No, I think that's the least important thing. You have so many, it's like a huge mathematical equation with
exactly
so many points and limitations and little dots that you have to be there. I totally agree.
Yes.
It's like a multifunctional sport.
That's it, yes. So many different factors, I don't know, the lights, the grip, whatever, all of these things are in your head. And then if you can overcome that and hit a good shot, it gives you all the confidence that you need. Yes.
Nice. So when you play paddle yourself, what is something that makes you happy? What does make you happy the most when you play?
When I play paddle, something that makes me happy the most, it is when I win. No, just kidding.
No, I know you are not. You know you are not.
What I like to do the most when I play paddle is smashing.
Smashing.
That's yes. If I can hit a smash and it goes out the court or it comes back to my side, then that makes me really happy.
Wow. I think that's something I probably will never be able to do. So I'm very happy for you.
You're almost there.
Almost there. And, I started our conversation with being grateful to have you today, because I think your job is very impactful. And I'm always, grateful for the universe to meet people who have an impact on other people. And I wanted to ask you, what is that you feel like you're grateful for in your life today?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, the thing that I'm most grateful for is my 3 kids, my beautiful wife, and everything that we've built together. We've been together for 12 years now.
Wow.
So they are the ones that, that drive me and that make me wake up every day at 6 and all of these things and make me try to work as hard as I possibly can to keep going.
Does she play paddle, your wife?
She plays a little bit, yeah. She's like D+. D.
Well, good. You need to have a partner who is somehow, also in sports.
But you know how it goes with your wife. I mean, we play, she coaches me, even though I'm the coach.
This is the dynamics.
That's the dynamics, exactly.
Unfortunately, it's like that. Unfortunately, it's like that. Even with my partner, when we went recently, we went to the court. He's like, "Oh, let's play together." I said, "No. My love, you go, you take your lessons,
You
because
take
if
your
you
classes
come
first.
here, I'm going to be like all eyes on you. I'm going to tell you all the errors that you do. And then we're going to have a fight.
We're
So
gonna have a big
no
fight, and then
fighting.
that's it.
And you
Yes.
have to be much better than I am, because I consider that you are worse than me, then I'm not going to play with
I
you.
don't want to play with you. Yes.
I'm also very demanding, because I'm demanding to myself, right?
Exactly.
And
Yes.
and that's why we keep doing our weekly sessions on the courts. And also how important is to have a nice partner when you choose to play. For me, it took very long time to find someone who I was comfortable with. Not only you have to match the game level,
Yes.
and that's why you keep training together, but also your mindset and your vibe on the let's say on the court
On the
is
court,
very
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
That's why, for example, we match up with Nisha, because she's so calm. Like, it doesn't matter what happens, she can get, she can disagree on what's going on, but she will never raise her voice. She will just smash.
Yeah. She's always very chill. Very
She's always very chill.
very doesn't matter the situation. Always tries to stay under control. Never loses her temper, even though she could, but
Yes.
she doesn't show it. Like it's
Yes, so I look up to her for that, because sometimes for me, when I get frustrated with myself, I start to lose my temper, and I'm like, okay, we need to focus. You're not playing alone. Exactly. A lot of times what keeps my mind in place is that I'm not playing alone. I cannot let down my partner, because it's also her game. It's also her time. It's also important for her. So I have a responsibility with her, first of all.
yes.
So that's respect. So yeah. And what is your next plans in terms of paddle? I know that you are traveling soon. If you would like to tell a bit more about what are you doing in Russia?
Yes. So we started going to Russia since March. We've been going every month because we're helping some investors there that develop the sport in the city of Yekaterinburg. They already built 2 clubs.
Okay.
Now in September they're gonna be opening a really big one, 14 indoor courts with a big gym,
Wow.
really big facility.
Wow.
So me and my partner Tito Allemandi, we are setting up the academy there and working directly with the Yekaterinburg Federation to certify their coaches, and they really want to make the sport grow there.
Yeah, I agree. When I went back home last year, I went to like one of the biggest, let's say, tennis clubs that we have in town. And my dad is a tennis coach, right? So he's like, let me put you in contact with the manager. I know that they've started paddle. He tells me, I know that they've started this paddle thing. As a tennis coach, he's
Exactly.
like, this is for kids.
He
I
hates
said,
paddle.
no, don't be mistaken. And then I asked if they have like a community, if they have matches, and they were just starting. Now the people who I've played with tell me that every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they have ongoing competitions.
Ongoing matches.
Ongoing
and games,
matches. And you know what
things.
they do? I found, because the community is still growing. So obviously there are very strong teams there's like a ranking in the country, right? So there are very strong teams, and there are people who are still like D+, C-, C. So on the weekends, they make it a bit more friendly. And what they do, they take people from strong teams, they pair them with people from
weaker teams.
the weaker teams,
Weaker
and then there is
categories,
like one player who is weaker, one player who is stronger, and they play against the same type of team.
Okay,
so they make it a bit more friendly, and people can learn from each other, and
nice.
It's fully booked every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every weekend, yes. And now my friends from my hometown started to travel to another cities to play paddle,
this.
and now
Amazing.
they want to be in the ranking. So it is about confidence. It is about competition. It is about community. It is about traveling. It is about making friends. It is about sports. It is about mental health.
It's about socializing, and it's about just feeling better about yourself. Really, feeling like you have something that you can go to, that you can accommodate yourself with, and distract yourself with, and enjoy.
Oh, I totally agree. So now that let's say our paddle conversation is over, I wanted to ask you a personal question. And I know that you're on a very beautiful journey in your life. And if your life was a book, what chapter would you be?
How many chapters?
Up to you. Up to you. Up to
Well,
you.
I would hope that I'm currently on my 4th chapter out of 10.
Okay, so almost halfway. All right. And what would be the chapter number 5 about?
Chapter number 5 would be about more managing the academy that I'm currently building. That will be the next step. That will be the next chapter.
So we're gonna lose you as a coach?
No. I will
Don't let me down.
I will coach my favorite students always.
Okay, I hope to be in that list. So thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you so much, Margarita. Gracias, really.
Gracias a ti.
I had a lot of fun.
Yes.
I hope you did too.
Yes, me too. And for our listeners, I would like to say that every story matters and your story matter too. This was the Untold Conversations with Margarita Alex. If you enjoyed this episode, please share and don't forget to follow us because that will help to grow our community and more stories to be heard.